At this point, you probably know I'm literally in love with chili. I love all kinds of chili. I make different variations, but I always go back to like the homiest, comforting one. Let's make some darn good chili for dinner. You know, I have cooked with poblano peppers so many times, but I've never tasted it raw, and I honestly don't know the true taste of it because once it's in the chili and it's all like cooked and tender and like melted into it, I'm not really sure what flavor's coming from this. But I always make chili with it because I feel like if I don't, it's just not authentic. Off to a great start. I just like to cut the root off and then slice it down the middle and get rid of the seeds in there. Now I just like to dice them into about like 1 centimeter cubes. It does not have to be perfect. Anything will do. Now for the onion. I'm not too fussy about how small like the dices are. Finally for our garlic. That's huge, so I'm just gonna do the one. I like to cut it into like strips first and then just like go crazy. I like a rough chop on the garlic. With that being said, let's go cook. Medium-high heat, beef's going in. I'm gonna let this brown and finish cooking. In the meantime, I have a can of whole tomatoes and I'm basically just gonna crush them with my hands. And I'm just gonna crush them all without getting myself full of tomato juice. I find that hand-crushed tomatoes are just so much better because you still have nice chunks as opposed to it being like a puree. And then you can make the bits as small or as big as you like. And I do like to take this part out. Okay, back over here, the meat is beginning to crisp up, tossing in the poblanos and onions. Now for my spice mix, I eyeball everything, but this is chili powder, paprika, salt, cinnamon, oregano, and cumin. Now I'm tossing in the garlic. Here I have these red chili beans. I soaked them overnight because they were dried and I boiled them so they are fully cooked, and I'm going to add these in as well. You can go ahead and pour in the crushed tomatoes. At this point I like to salt it again because of all the water that the tomato brings. This looks fabulous. Oh my goodness. I toss in about a cup of water and 2 bay leaves. Right, well, I'm going to cover this for like 3 hours. The longer it cooks, the better. And if I see that it's getting too thick at any point, I'll add a little bit of water. Chili has been cooking for 3 hours. This is my ideal chili consistency. The liquid that is left isn't watery. It's nice and thick. These beans, I have a feeling these are going to be better than red kidney beans. It looks beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Listen to this. I know you heard that. All right, let's plate her up. Ooh, looks amazing. Now for one of these. For some toppings, cheddar and mozz. And then green onion, because why not? I don't have any sour cream, which I'm very sad about. This might be one of the most insane looking chilies I've ever made. It's just so creamy. So I'm so excited to try it. Oh my goodness. The beans melt in your mouth. It's burning hot. Flavor on point, just enough salt. That is so good. Let's try this.